Hello, everybody. Wow, that went live faster than it usually does. How y'all doing out there? So, hey, Sue in Mesa, Kurt in Denver, Erica in BC. Hey, Michael, good to see you. You were on early, looks like this time too. All right. So, watching the numbers climb, we got 11 people on, 18 people on. Here they come, here they come, here they come. Hi, Leanne. Shalenia, good to see you. Some of y'all are serious, man. You're showing up every day for this stuff. Either this is good stuff or you just don't have a life. I'm not going to pick which one it is. Hey, Julie. All right, got somebody in Houston that I'm not able to see the name. So I point this out every once in a while. If you're on YouTube, this is what I see. If you're messaging me from anywhere on Facebook other than my group, this is what I see. And if you're in my group, this is what I see. Whoops, sorry about that. It popped up there. That's what I see. All right, so those of you that are in my group, if you click the button that says give StreamYard permission for comments, then I'll see you. There's Jenna in Scotland. I get to say it every day. My life is so full now. Hey, Karen. Hey, Crystal. Love you, girl. Sue, Peter. Hey, buddy. Oh, Peter's in Belgium, but he said I can still say Scotland. See, I don't have near as much fun saying Belgium. Well, let's get to it. What can I help with today? Hey, Jennifer. We have the whole world represented here. 40 people on in under 2 minutes. Pretty cool. Hey, Joan. Good to see you. That's okay. Daniela. Aloha. All right. So, what can I help with today? Tobias, good to see you, buddy. All right. Well, I'm just going to dive in myself then. Why is it that today is the day that I decided to take responsibility for my life? Why is it that today is the day that I said, no matter what shows up, I am responsible? Why is today the day that I realized that responsibility doesn't include shame or blame or punishment? That's just something I learned from those crazy people that didn't have their shit together. And when I got that, why did I feel such a relief? Why, after Brian said it 472,911 times, why did I actually hear and get that there is no such thing as anxiety? That is me taking fear, which is a feeling that I can feel, and making it anxiety, which is a thought, so that I could avoid feeling it. And why did I stop hiding my sadness and calling it grief, which is exactly the same thing? Now, I'm pulling out the level 5 hammer, and I'm going to tap this issue until it's flat this time for somebody to fucking finally hear me on this issue. When I sit here avoiding my fear, and I call it anxiety so that I can think about it and consider about it and analyze it, and I'm escaping from feeling my fear by calling it anxiety. It's a thing. Can you guys, I'm anxious. Are you anxious? I have anxiety. I have high anxiety. Sometimes I have more anxiety. It's a thought to avoid feeling the fear. And when I just dive in and feel the fear with everything that I have, then I'm loving the one inside of me that feels fear. While I'm calling it anxiety, I'm avoiding the one in me that feels the fear, which perpetuates the fucking fear, now disguised as anxiety. And it is exactly the same thing with grief. There is ultimately no such thing as grief. I feel sad. Now, no, Brian, this is a different type of sad. Let me tell you the difference. I know, I understand that. But behind that grief, under that idea of grief, there's something, a loss, and I have sadness. You have sadness. Feel the sadness, dive into the sadness and feel it with everything that you have, and you will heal it and it'll dissolve, and you will be on the other side of it with the power that you had hidden in your grief and anxiety and your sadness and fear restored back to you. Why did I get that today? And when I did, why did I find myself able to feel my feelings anytime and every time and move to the other side of my feelings? Why did I stop saying I can't sleep? Why did I stop punching myself in the fucking mouth over and over with can't sleep, can't sleep, can't sleep? And why did I just relax and admit I can fucking sleep if I want to? Ain't no can't sleep. Mind overworking. Why did I look at what I was saying, mind overworking, can't sleep, and realize, no, I'm choosing to think. I'm choosing to aim all of my energy into this thinking. And while I'm doing that, I don't feel able to relax and fall asleep. So why did I fucking stop overworking? My mind ain't overworking, honey. No, my mind's not overworking. I'm choosing this constant crazy thought. So why did I stop? Put my hands on my heart, breathe deep. And why did I discover that I always had and always have and always will have the ability to calm down, relax, take myself into presence, and it was a choice the whole time. That whole my mind is overthinking as if I wasn't the one doing it. I love myself, I forgive myself, but that was some fucking kooky bullshit. I am in charge. And why, when I did that, did I find myself effortlessly able to rest and sleep every time? Why is it that when I decided to choose presence and breath, there was no mentality to release and dissolve? From presence, this thought doesn't exist. So I don't need to release or dissolve these thoughts. I choose presence and they blow away in the breeze. In fact, the very idea of wanting to release and dissolve it is holding it there the whole time. Why was I effortlessly able to look at my belongings and say, is this still serving me? Or does it go today? Why did I find myself effortlessly, magically able to just drop all the complexity and all the attachments that I had? And I just realized, wow, if I just let this go out of my space, it's not serving me, might serve somebody else. And instantly I felt such a huge relief. It was the simplest thing I've ever done. Why is it that in any relationship, I can always tune into my intuition and it will always perfectly guide me, whether it's time to stay or walk, and I never have to think about it? Aloha, Ans. Good to see you. Hey, Kate in Ireland. I love that question. I don't, and here's why I don't. if you try to be patient, like some people say, oh, I lose patience with my kids. I said, well, why the fuck were you holding patience instead of your kids? Patience runs out and leads to frustration, but presence is. So I choose presence with my life. I choose presence with my kids. I choose presence to what shows up in front of me. And I remember 2 seconds ago when I needed to be reminded all the time too. Because listen, if Joan, if we were to become aware of how many reminders we've set up around ourselves to remind us of how dumb we are, how fucked up we are, how not worth it we are, how unlovable, how undeserving, how we can't trust men, can't trust women, how life is scary and sex is bad and greed is terrible, and if you get rich, how many reminders we have set up around ourselves in the form of other people and events and things to constantly remind us of everything that's fucked up. It's not unreasonable to think somebody might need multiple reminders to be able to remember this and live it. Now, doesn't have to go on forever, right? That's why my stupid joke about 492,011 times. I just say that over and over and over and over to remind you that you have heard it that many times and that it might be time for you, if you're ready, to actually start to choose this for yourself. Why is it that Brian models presence for me? And every time I see it, I feel a little bit more able to trust people and trust myself to be able to do the same. Hey, Mary. Okay. Why is it that I realized today that when I was little, they introduced the concept of responsibility to me like this? You stupid little fucker. You're responsible for what happened. I'm big and powerful, and I am the authority, and you are little and weak and fucked up, and you're a victim of my power over you, and I'm telling you that you are responsible for what is going on. You know you're responsible, and you gotta take responsibility. And we went, God damn, man, if there's one, I don't know much, but that is one mean motherfucker that's the authority over me. I know that. And number two, responsibility. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't need it. I don't because we learned that's what responsibility means. So why is it today I realize, wow, everything I ever learned about responsibility came from big, mean, nasty, authoritative motherfuckers trying to push some shit on me that looked like it had guilt and shame and blame and punishment, and it was going to not end well for me, and I was going to be in trouble, and then I would have to do some kind of hard work that I don't want to do for the rest of my life because I'm responsible. That's what they taught us. Life's a bitch and then you die. Why is today that I realize that's not the fucking truth, but that's just what I learned, and I've been carrying it every time the word responsibility, every time somebody said the word, I felt like I was, there's that finger pointing in my face. So today, why is today the day that I realize that and I get it and I say, that's not what responsibility is. Responsibility means that I have the ability to respond and I can meet that with joy. I mean, wow, you mean to tell me that whether my house just caught on fire, I can choose my response, or whether I just won the lottery, I can choose my response. And if a dog just bit my face, I can choose my response. And if I walk in the room and one of my kids left a mess after I said 52 times to please not, I can choose my response. And if my foot gets caught in a bear trap, I can choose my response. And if that damn thing happened again, God, it happened again. And fucking that happened again. I said, I can choose my response. And if my brother hit me when I told him to stop, I can choose my response. I don't need to meet any of those things with my pre-programmed habitual responses. I am responsible. I can respond to anything. I can respond to global unrest. And in my responsibility lies my ability to change it. And I was avoiding and shirking my responsibility. Why? Oh, yeah. Holy shit. So thank you for bringing that back up. And I'm sure you're not the only one who appreciates it. So Thursdays, everybody, let me look at these comments for a minute. Thursdays are the day that my paid large group program runs at 11. And which is 20 minutes ago. And I have let every one of them know that I'm doing these quantum question sessions every day. And since I'm doing these, they are all cool with the fact that I do this. And then I jump right on there. However, I don't have the liberty today on Thursdays to go hours like I often do with you guys. So I'm going to jump off. I love you. If I didn't get to your thing today, how could it be that what I just said didn't address your thing? So I did address it, but you know what I mean? All right. Yeah. I would love to spend 5 minutes enjoying all the wows and the booms and the holy craps. And I do see a bunch of those. So yeah, you got it. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bring friends. Aloha, everybody.